Hey, what's up, everybody? So today, I thought we should look at the crazy world of Manson-Tubers, as I've dubbed them. But it's just YouTubers who only seem to milk the Charles Manson whole situation. Some of them are like trying to make books and sell it. Some of them are just like trying to sell tours of Spawn Ranch and stuff. Some of them are just weirdos. And some are just mystery archives, but, yeah, there's several of them here. What's up, Dean? We've got Spawn Ranch Worker 2.0 with Stoner Van Houten. We have this H. Algera Lansing. And we've got Michael's Back Porch. The Manson Archives. And Manson Family Utopia. And this is just a handful of the ones that I've seen. What's up, Addy? Wake up. What's up, Obadiah? What's up, Bearman IDK? So, like, before we, like, look at them, let's watch some of this old Geraldo episode where he's essentially doing the same thing, exploiting, like, weird Charles Manson fanboys.
Him every week in prison.
He's in jail.
What do you chat about?
What's up, Mark?
What do you chat about when you visit Charlie?
Trees, the bugs getting gone, no more butterflies, dirty water.
Could you stand up, TJ, just for a second? I just want to show people your shirt right there. Pull your jacket back. This is not a follower of Manson, although he does wear a shirt that is emblazoned with Charlie's image.
These are on sale everywhere. Somebody gave me this. Somebody gave this to me.
Could you stand, Manson 13? Could you show us your leggings? Can you see the leggings? These are, we are told are available at a store near you. Did you get a shot?
Yeah.
See 'em?
It's so funny. Geraldo's like, look at her leggings. Look at that. Look at them Charles Manson leggings this woman's wearing. What's up, One Odd Cracker?
8th Street in San Francisco.
Oh, okay. We'll be sure to go and...
Amoeba clothing.
And I know you're not a follower, but what does the 13 signify in your name?
Well, when Charlie was on death row, he was in cell 13. And when he got released in 1972, he just gave me the name Manson-13. So, there you go.
So you're bearing the name that Charlie bestowed on you.
Yeah. Just like your mom probably called you, whatever she
What's up,
called you.
Forrest
You know,
Smith?
just like a name of affection.
Yeah, that's George R.R. Martin. He used to like be a Manson family member before he signed a deal writing books and shit. That's exactly who it is.
But you're not a follower.
No, I'm not a follower. I follow myself.
He keeps doing that.
I don't need any direction in my life.
John, why do you wear the mask? I'm curious.
I'm in front of a bunch of people and
Oh man, look at his funny little mask. He made that mask out of cardboard. Like right before he went on, they were like, man, can I make me a little mask? People are gonna hate me for coming on and saying that I took acid with Manson.
That camera who've judged something to be evil, and at the moment, because of my family and...
I'm pretty sure this dude is in this documentary from like the 70s that was banned for a long time, and he's talking about doing acid with him. And he kind of has the same profile and voice, even though he's wearing the mask in this one.
Associations, I don't want to be one of the Christians thrown to the lions, at least, you know, not economically or socially, etc. I've had that experience.
Temporary digital mosaic.
Yes, I'm a working person. I'm a working person.
On the...
I don't think he even wanted like the audience members or like Geraldo and shit, even though I'm sure Geraldo already knows who he is.
On the rare chance that you folks at home or here in our studio don't recall these crimes, well, for those of you who were born well after 1969, what I'd like to do now is to travel back in time. I'd like to travel back 22 years, back to when the words helter-skelter were first branded on the national consciousness. It was 1969. Hippies were free-loving, dropping acid, preaching...
Goddamn dirty hippies were everywhere. Everywhere.
...and living communally in extended families. The one family that didn't quite fit in with the rest was
Oh, there's Bobby.
Manson's tribe. Crazed by drugs and Manson's ravings, they spent their time stealing cars and committing robbery. Then under Charlie's spell, they turned to homicide.
Right, Tyler? What kind of mask is
It was
it?
here at Spawn.
It was like made beforehand out of some bullshit like black material that they had lying around. Because right before he went on, he was like, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it unless I can hide my identity. And they're like, man, you already agreed to do this shit. Like, fine, let me cut him something out. Geraldo himself went back to like where the you know, office supplies are and found like a folder and like cut it out and made him like little like Zorro mask and gave it to him.
On ranch that
What's
the
up,
Bloody
Vape
Clan
Legend?
was born. Its creator told his followers to massacre. The intent? To start a race war, pitting black against white. His followers, mostly young, fairly educated women from middle-class families, were so enthralled with Manson, they obeyed
What's up,
his
Russell?
every command.
He's our father. He's our leader.
Are they just covering Helter Skelter by the Beatles though, Russell?
He's our love. He's our teacher. He's everything. In fact,
Skip this movie.
Krinwinkle, Linda Kasabian, and Tex Watson all obeyed the maniac's
Old
every
Tex.
word. They went on a killing spree that began with a musician, Gary
Early
Henry.
days of
Then they worked their
cosplay,
way
hell
to the
yeah,
home
one on
of Sharon
Cracker.
Tate. Here they brutally murdered 5 people, including Sharon Tate's unborn child. The bodies of Stephen Parent, Jay Sebring, Wojtek Frokowski, the coffee heiress Abigail Folger, and Sharon Tate.
Do you know that all of them had a bunch of Molly in their system? The toxicology report came back that they all had a bunch of fucking MDMA in their system. So like, you know, that's a little weird, right?
All lay in pools of blood. On the walls of the house, the words pig spelled out in the victim's blood. The next night, on the other side of town,
Hell yeah,
the
Russell.
murderous band slaughtered Lino and Rosemary LaBianca. Here, too, they left their mark in blood. The words helter skelter and pig.
Spelled
They left
wrong. They were not the best of spellers, though.
Murder scenes with neither remorse nor guilt.
At the time, it was supposed to help people. It was supposed to start a revolution that would clean
Hell yeah,
souls of
weirdo.
everyone.
The family would later get busted at Spawn Ranch when the police swooped in to disband what they thought was just an auto theft ring. At unveil, the Manson clan moved to Barker Ranch. Soon after, they were busted again.
See, like, that's some of, like, the deeper conspiracies into it, you know? Instead of just this, like, Helter Skelter, one thing, like, were they, like, buying the drugs from them, possibly? They were, like, Hollywood's, drug dealers. And also, they had a bunch of, like, young fucking, like, girls and shit at that ranch. I'm sure, like, all those Hollywood people were, you know, doing that fucking, like, Epstein shit back then. But at the goddamn Charles Manson ranch, obviously.
By December 1969,
What's up,
Manson
Lavatar?
and his homicidal followers were all behind bars. Linda
Hell
Kasabian
yeah,
was granted
Thomas.
immunity if she
Absolutely, he literally would. He'd be like, "Who do you want me to kill?" And he pulls out one of his funny knives. He's like, "I'll do it for you, Charlie, just so I can hang out with these women.
testified
They're all of age girls."
about the murders. She did. In 1971, Charles Manson, along with Susan Atkins, Patricia Krinwinkle, Leslie Van Houten, and Tex Watson, were convicted for the murders that had left the nation stunned. Here's Tex Watson at a parole hearing in 1984.
There's no question. The point that I'm trying to make that...
Oh, absolutely, Frostman.
even
I think
though
she
I
was
was-
laying off the Quaaludes because she was pregnant and was only taking the Molly, you know?
leader at the time, I was also very much a follower.
This is Leslie Van Houten in an interview from prison.
The glare and the image that
Hey.
I'm left with is Satan-like and very barbaric.
What's your judgment?
That is his look at you telling him that he is that. He will look at you because that is what you are
That's
projecting
what
from your...
I am rubber and you're glue. Manson tells me that I'm rubber and you're glue, so whatever you say bounces off me and sticks to you.
heart.
No, that
Why
doesn't.
What's up,
shouldn't you
Shiloh?
be
I
attacking
project
you?
my
That's
own image.
where the look originated. That's where that picture came from. The cover of Life magazine in December
I wore this
69.
shirt because I didn't have any more shirts, and somebody had given it me to wear it. But I got here, and there's no, there's no laundry here in New York. Where's the laundry?
the eye of the beholder, sir.
Yes, my question is to...
Where's the laundry at? I didn't have any clean shirts, man. And someone gave me this Charles Manson shirt. Hey, that's probably true. He probably was wearing a really, really disgusting, dirty, like, t-shirt. And the producers were like, "Here, man, you can't go on wearing that dirty old shirt. We'll give you a shirt. Here, wear this Charles Manson shirt." Just to, like, make it more, like, dramatic. And so fucking Geraldo could comment on it. Oh, my God.
The fellow at the end, why, John, yeah, why do you believe that Charles Manson is innocent?
Well, I knew the man, and I followed the trials and the evidences that were given during the
Hell
trials.
yeah, Russell Hall.
I've spoken to him personally. I know the other people that were involved, and like I say, he said to me that he didn't send anybody to do anything, and the evidence in the court was just about that, except for the one exception of the lady who was given immunity.
Yeah, also joining us, I might as well bring everyone into the mix here. First, there's Deborah Fraser. Deborah is the attorney for Susan Atkins. Susan Atkins, of course, one of the killers in the mass crime, at least at Sharon Tate's house.
All right. Susan Atkins also was in like the Church of Satan before she like hooked up with like the Manson family.
Let's put aside the question of guilt or innocence, and I know that that's part of your agenda today. What was it like? How many people lived on Spahn Ranch, TJ?
A lot of people. Most, it was like a place to be that you were accepted and welcomed. It was a nice place, entertaining. You entertained yourself because you had to work all the time.
And how many people were there at various times? And what would it average?
30, 40 people.
There's
lots of other people living there too. There was the bikers were living over on one side.
See, he mentions bikers. So there's this other like more highly accepted, probable like cause as opposed to the whole like let's start a big race war. That was probably made up by the district attorney so they would be able to prosecute Manson more so, and they just like based it off of a bunch of like ramblings. Because, if you're fucking high as shit all the goddamn time, you're going to talk about a bunch of bullshit. So they just took a bunch of like high-ass ramblings, strung it together, and made the whole helter-skelter shit just to be able to prosecute him. Because the whole damn like biker aspect has to do with this other thing where they're like trying to pay off these bikers for protection. And they were just going there to like rob them and shit and, kill them because they were like high on speed and crank and acid and shit.
Bill, it sounds like kind of a Boy Scout jamboree. Give us a
What's
more,
up, sicko?
realistic picture.
What's up, Tony, Tokyo?
Co-educational Boy Scout.
This right here is particularly just old-ass Geraldo Rivera's show.
They would like for you to believe it was a Boy Scout jamboree, but just back in the hallway coming out of the green room, TJ reminded me that they weren't hippies, they were called slippies. A true hippie that was peaceful,
What's
loving,
up, Chester?
smoked a little pot. A true hippie got out of the Spahn Ranch as fast as they could. Charlie not only sent the people, but you haven't read his book. Charlie says he sent the people, and he even admitted recently to tying up Lino LaBianca. Charlie said to Geraldo when he was taping that television show in 1988.
Absolutely, Obadiah. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. They were hanging out with bikers. The bikers were notorious at that point in time for like selling like angel dust. That's why they call it angel dust, because it's the dust of the Hell's Angels. So they were notorious for selling like angel dust and like crank, and they call it crank because they hid it in their crankshafts. So obviously they were just like spun out, tripping. And there's another layer to it where they were trying to go get money from a drug dealer, and Bobby Busalowi killed the dude, and then they were trying to like do copycat murders to get him out of jail.
TJ said, when I went in the house to tie up Lino
What's up,
LaBianca,
Peepsy?
I said,
What's up,
where
JoJo
is
Dog
the little
Man?
black book? Don't lie to me or you
Homeboy
die.
Charlie.
He was tied
What's up,
with a piece of
Vivian?
rawhide off of his shirt. The .22 caliber gun was Charlie Manson's that was used at the Tate house.
Gun.
That was your gun?
Yeah, we killed him.
Then you're the one that stole it from El Monte?
No, it was never stolen from El Monte.
Oh, you guys talk about this a little more. It's a reunion, folks. It's
A
Manson-themed
reunion.
reunion. It's the focus of this edition of Geraldo.
Where the fuck is it where the guy talks about it? The bearded George R.R. Martin guy talks about it, and he's like, hey, do you want to hear what happened or not? And like Geraldo like shuts him up because they don't want to talk about the like simplistic, weird drug dealer tripping nature of it.
I ain't thinking anything for
What's
Charlie.
up, Blaze
All I know
Panda
is that
420?
It was fun. Entertained you, he fed you, he made sure you had a blanket at night, he swept the floor, he cleaned the horse. He never turned anybody
Cleaned the
away
horse
from his
shit.
door. So what do you want? Who are you going to be around? Somebody to throw sticks at you?
Yes, I met Sharon Tate's mother on Seattle Today, and during the program, people were asked, well, have you ever met Charlie? And there was like a long pause and kind of the stare that Charlie had.
I don't know, Vivian. He does do a bunch of weird stuff, but do people troll him? That's the whole thing. He's definitely like an influencer. They like stole his like whole entire like idea of like how to influence vulnerable people and like broke it down and used it to design social media, obviously.
So then I helped Mrs. Tate afterwards, helping her to the taxi in the back.
Hey, Donna
and then I
Shore.
had some time to talk to her.
Thanks
So
for
I
watching
said,
yourself.
Mrs. Tate, what would you do if you really met
What's up,
Charlie?
neighborhood dentist?
And I went like this, and she went,
What's your point, sir?
What's your point, sir? What's your point, sir? Goddamn, Geraldo.
If Mrs. Tate ever met Charlie, she never met Charlie Manson. If she did, she would just strangle it. She would just take the guy's head off.
Oh. Do you
give him a hug? Hey, you'd probably give him a hug if you met him, too.
Yeah, but, you know, Geraldo, what the guy's saying is Mrs. Tate's saying she's a
TJ
killer.
and his lovely, lovely wife, what do you do for a living?
Me, I clean parks and pick up the trash, and I get disability.
I get disability from the government. Oh, damn. I pick up trash and I get disability from the government. Damn. He gets disability from the government because he's a retired CIA operative. Ooh, that's why he gets it.
Went to keep the faith going, you know, to protect our
Hell
rights
yeah.
that you've taken away from Charlie. And if they can take them away from him, they can take them away from
Oh,
you
Geraldo
or
was
you or anybody
always
else. So you
Geraldo has always been a hustler like Grove. Absolutely.
might as well figure that out now.
Pay you.
Huh?
We pay you.
No.
You don't pay me. I got my leg blown
My
apart.
taxes pay you.
I got my leg blown apart to get my money.
Save your
Did you
life.
go over
And if
there?
you're so upset
All right, never mind. He's a Vietnam vet.
about Geraldo,
I'm not
exposing
upset.
Or
you,
maybe that's his cover story.
why did you accept his invitation to come
well,
here?
I
Something needs
accepted
to be
because we were
done about
supposed
the way the
to.
media runs everything.
I came here because I was
They run
asked
this
to come
country.
here.
Okay.
All of you are like lost sheep listening to the media. It's so much life.
Hell
They
yeah,
run
Donna
on the
Shore.
sensationalism.
Definitely some cool ass Cobra pants.
You're the lost sheep.
The pot calling the kettle black. You're very hostile.
You know, we're all
Anson 13, you're very
He's
hostile.
definitely wearing some cool ass Cobra pants. Damn, where's the fucking part? Somewhere.
commit these crimes? What does she tell you now?
Susan's position on that is that she never heard Charlie tell her to go.
Oh, hell
visit
yeah,
somebody.
Bosco, that's what's
what
up.
She told me was that Charlie had told Tex Watson. She told that he had
Oh,
told her,
hell yeah,
"Go
Chester.
get into black clothing
That's funny.
and
What's
go
up,
get your buck
Tortron?
knife and do what Tex tells you to do."
That's what Charlie said.
That's what
Hell
Susan
yeah.
told me. That's what she in 1969. That's what happened. So they got into the car.
Oh,
and
absolutely,
then it was
Russell.
Tex who drove them then to the Polanski residence.
All right. Now, you know, we're
Oh, absolutely,
we're working
Obadiah.
around in circles here.
Insomnia Retro TV. Shit, I accidentally skipped it and like went to the other thing. But
I know at one time he said they asked about remorse for the
Insomnia
murders.
Retro
He said,
TV
what
had
murders?
a
The people that died in-
special showing that it was totally a troll. Like, we're gonna find Al Capone's shit in this vault. It's totally not gonna be empty, guys. Alright, let me try to find the bullshit that I was trying to find in this one before we start going looking at these other
and
people's
do what
shit.
Tex tells you to do.
That's what Charlie said.
That's what Susan told me. That's what she in 1969. That's what happened. So they got into the car.
Alright, okay, maybe right
and
here
then
where
it
he's
was-
standing up and shit.
How many people know that the animals are talking to you?
Get it on. Let's do something.
You've spoken a great deal about.
Absolutely, it's really weird. People do worship celebrities, and that's like strange that people even like celebritize like killers and shit like this, or you know, not necessarily a killer in Manson's situation, although you know that's debatable. He's still associated, adjacent. He's a killer in the subconscious public mind. So it's weird that people like celebritize these people. That's why other people try to, you know, do other sort of crimes, I guess, for some sort of like little bit of notoriety.
How Charles Manson's been wronged and how he's innocent and everything else. But
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the wake shops was covered for drug dealing. That's really like obvious because there was other shit too. Remember in like the movie Blow where there's a dude who's got a wig shop or some shit and they're selling drugs out of it? That's like the thing. Everyone knew that like wig shops in Hollywood like were the cover for drug dealing and shit.
7 people died. Terrible deaths. Who do you believe is directly responsible for this?
Oh, it's so weird, Bo. Yeah, Ramirez is gross. Nasty, gangly ass teeth and shit. And the shit that he did was gross. But yeah, so weird.
Who said they did? The people that said they did it. I'm sure. I wouldn't call them a liar.
The facts are Charlie did not murder anybody, and that's cut and dry.
Why don't you put it on the system?
Charlie's
system
in
doesn't
prison for
work.
conspiracy. He did not kill anyone. However, TJ was with Charlie when he blew open the chest with a .22 caliber gun of Bernard Crowe.
All right, there you go, Bernard Crowe. Finally, this is what we were talking about. So apparently Bernard Crowe was this guy who Tex Watson ripped off. He was going to like sell drugs for him or something, and he ripped him off. And he left his girlfriend, Tex Watson's girlfriend, with the dude. And so the guy was going to like, you know, kill her or something. So he called up the ranch and was like, let me talk to Charles, talking about Charles Watson, Tex Watson. But instead they put Charles Manson on the phone. And so he was like, oh shit, they're going to kill this girl. Let's go over there and see what's up. And then they shot the dude. They wound up shooting the guy who was holding the girl hostage. And then after that, like a crazy, like, bunch of events unfolded where they wound up just like killing people and shit because all hell was breaking loose. But that's like the catalyst right there, was that weird bad drug deal where Tex like ran off and left his girlfriend with the Bernard Crowe guy. And then they start to talk about it a little bit here, and Geraldo like shuts him up and like cuts it off.
So you have seen him do violence.
Bill, you sat there and listened to the reason.
I know, that's so weird, Fosco. It's so gross too. Elliot Rogers is gross. You know, and incels still like him. It's so fucking weird. I know, I understand like having a morbid fascination and like trying to understand the psychology behind it and like conspiracy like this, because there's some kind of weird like government angle aspects to this and like celebrity. So of course, you know, people want to solve mysteries and shit, but celebritizing people is very odd. Like celebritizing criminals.
For that, and if you were in the same position...
Wait, TJ, you admit you saw Charlie shoot a man in the chest?
Sure I did. I also seen everything else that happened. The guy called up and says he's going to cut this girl's head off and come in, because Tex
wasn't this a drug deal that went bad?
He said Tex stole the money, and then Tex comes back with this money after and leaves his fiancée there to get her head cut off and says, I'm going camping. And we didn't know that until the phone call came. They asked
how far away was the guy when Charlie pulled the trigger?
You want to hear it or not?
See, you want to hear it or not? See, he's about to tell like the whole shit, like the true shit, not the whole like helter-skelter shit.
Okay. We went there because there was a screen.
Oh, dude, Monkey Jones was so funny, though. Absolutely. Charlie's the original Blue Spike. Yeah, make him go too far. Absolutely, Chester.
Crying girl there that said they were going to kill him.
Oh, yeah, he was a pen pal to him? Yeah, Bo. There was a thing that we were watching that was like, G.G. Allen was, like, cellmates with John Wayne Gacy, but I was like, I don't think he was cellmates with him. If anything, he, like, wrote to him maybe or something.
Here, this girl, and we heard it on the phone because there was 2 phones.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, Captain Daddy. Unabomber's kind of cool though. I'm not saying he's cool or the shit that he did is cool, anything like that. It's funny, he's a meme at this point. Sometimes people like transcend into just becoming like memes and shit. But don't blow people up, Unabomber. That's not cool.
She asked.
He could have just lived out in the woods by himself, you know.
For Charlie. Tex's name was Charlie, so I got the other Charlie.
Okay.
I didn't know him as Charlie. I knew him as Tex. When we got there, they had her tied up on the bed, and we got her out of there. And the only reason anybody got shot after Charlie got down on his knees and put the gun in his hand and handed it to the guy, he says, if you got to take a life, take mine. The guy laughed and says it has to be the girl.
So then Charlie shot him?
People were like laughing in the audience and shit. Did you hear that? Like, ha, ha, ha. Because that's so weird. Why would you laugh at that? Because that's like some crazy shit. Unheard shit before that the dude's talking about.
That's after he...
That guy's Cobra's real dad? Oh, Peepsy. Maybe. Do we know much about Cobra's mom? Like, was she sleeping around?
I know, but then he shot him.
Yeah, with empty rounds.
Why did he shoot him, Bill, or he not shoot him?
Sure, he shot him once in the chest.
Oh, that's so crazy, Bo.
Yeah,
so I'm sorry. I didn't know it was only once. I'm sorry.
Hey,
if I knew it was only once, I would have had a whole different idea about it.
It's so weird. Everybody like laughs and claps at Geraldo for like making a joke about some shit that the guy was trying to explain. All right, here. So here is this old 70s band one. This one's like the one that was banned from the 70s and shit. Yeah, Geraldo is their puppet master. The audience itself is a cult. Absolutely. Oh, hell yeah, Otaki.
Very, very, very exciting. A devil of every type and description. Everyone's nightmares. Everyone's boogeyman. So that you won't notice what's going on.
So this is like one of the earliest ones, and they pretty much say the same shit in it too.
Right around you. So you won't notice that war across the ocean. The rioting that's happening in the streets or the bomb. Have all your hate toward that one awful man. Charles Manson, and he says, with his bloody finger,
I think that's right after this.
Murderer. Nixon is going one way, Manson is going the other, and both cannot live with each other.
The motive for the murders was love of brothers. Because we knew we'd do anything to get Bobby out of jail. It was...
So they're saying, well, they will do anything to get Bobby out of jail. And this is right afterwards. And like Bobby Bussolini had killed that dude. And so they were doing copycat kill as they were high as fucking shit. And they were like, oh yeah, if we just did the exact same bullshit that he did, then they'll be like, oh, it's someone else who did it, and they'll let him out of jail.
Simply,
I mean, that makes sense. Like, that's high-ass fucking thinking right there.
Bobby had been arrested.
What's up, Mikey C?
And the girls, to get him out of jail, decided to commit copycat killings. With writing on the wall and the whole thing. You know, multiple stab wounds.
And see, they're just straight up saying, like, this is the motive. But, like, people, like, never watch this and shit. I think that's probably why it was banned, because they were trying to sell all those fucking, like, Helter Skelter books and shit.
And, thereby letting the police to believe that the killer was...
Hell yeah, Fosco.
...still at large. Linda suggested the Tate house, because she had been there. And she got in the car and she drove to the Tate house. Here's what Katie said. Patricia Quinlan called. The prosecutor was, you know, ranting and raving and said, why did you carve war on his chest? You know, didn't you feel...
What's up, Mr. Flouch?
No.
What's up, Lewis?
She says, I wasn't thinking. The only thing that went through my mind is, here's one man who won't send his son to war.
Oh, absolutely, Donna Shore. And, like, that's, like, the whole, like, Manson thing. Like, one of these guys, I found him because I was just trying to find a review of that book where they talk about Manson being in the CIA, but he was never, like, in it. He might have been an experiment. They might have, like, you know, looked at him as an experiment while he was in prison and shit this whole time.
Okay. And then she put a fork in the stomach.
Charlie ordered Tex, Sadie, Katie, and Linda to kill everybody in the Tate home.
Alright, so yeah, same shit like that they were saying. But let's look at these fucking people who have been milking this shit. Let's look at Spawn Ranch worker to begin with. Alright. So I'm pretty sure this guy gives people tours of Spawn Ranch and shit. And that's how he's like tried to make his money. Yeah, what's up, Priscilla? Oh yeah, David Koresh. What's up, Otaki? Yeah. I want one of those cool ass David Koresh like rock and roll shirts that they used to have from his like rock band ministries. Waco's a whole different thing in and of itself. But this guy, this is his second channel. His first channel I know got gone at some point because I used to be subscribed to it, but it took forever. And I think the most that he does are live streams. He's always doing live streams like hawking books and shit in his Manson room. Let's just like click on one of them, random live stream, and watch it. This was 7 months ago. Hell yeah, Mr. Floach. Let's see. Where's something else in this? No, he's just playing music. Alright. Is this him talking finally?
Yeah, they're all taken, they're all married and everything, but he's got the really, really beautiful family. And really nice. and they're all on the video. Hey, how you doing?
Family Jams Day, 5 Saturday, August 6th, 2022, at 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., Simi Valley, California. We'll have 3 bands performing. Also, free food, beer, water, soda, and fun.
Like, I have to have a mint julep.
So please join
while
us.
I'm enjoying my
All
nice
are
mint
welcome.
julep, I have to wear a really big hat.
Well, I don't know.
Oh,
I mean, the only
man.
reason why I can say wear the hat is because it gets the sun out of your eyes.
Oh, hell yeah, Otaki.
Sunny day, nice day out there, and fucking, you know, the race.
What's up, Zoodmaster? Hell yeah, that's what's up.
You know, whatever, Churchill down there.
Damn, cannabis, that sucks.
Story, you know about sports. How come you don't know about horse racing?
Sorry.
So he's like trying to get people to go to his barbecue cookout. Family Jams Day 5. Oh, it's the 5th one. It's the 5th anniversary. He has a meetup in California, I guess.
No, I know Churchill down. There's the fucking Kentucky Derby, then there's the fucking Preakness, then there's the Belmont. But I don't know. I forgot the last horse to win it. Wasn't it one?
The people in the chat who have like mod like shits, names are like Sadie Earp and shit like that. They're all like LARPing. All these people are LARPing Manson family members. What the hell?
One of fucking.
God damn. What's up, Casburgers?
Can somebody tell me that? How about that? How about one of you motherfuckers
Oh, hell
tell
yeah.
me right now what was the last horse to do the Triple Crown? Anyway.
Oh, is he back? Oh, shit.
Oh, damn.
Sorry about
Vivian.
that. I do too long a shtick, and then
I went to Spawn Ranch and just walked straight up to like the rock, the little cave rock, just by myself essentially. But I was there just for a little bit and then I left. I just wanted to see it, see how close it was to Hollywood. It is so goddamn close. It's so close.
the next thing you know, I forget.
All right, the comedian. That's what I need. It's kind of like I need like somebody to like grab one of those long.
What is this guy even talking about? God damn. Okay, he's like having a guess that some musician. At the fish show. Oh, check him out at the fish show. Okay, cool. Let's see what he's doing at the fish show. Oh, hell yeah, Chester. Hell yeah, Dinosaur. That's what I'm talking about. I gotta run it down a little bit. Sacramento. Wait, that's the fish show? It's just like in the parking lot somewhere. Oh my god. Live stream of the fish show, y'all. Is this really fish? What the fuck? Hell yeah, ouch mouse. That's what's up. Oh yeah, I know. Here comes the buffering. It always happens at some point during the day. Sometimes it can like withstand it, and sometimes it just like dies. Alright, this is just called the Starner Van Houten Show. Let's see what he's talking about. The raffle will be held on June 15th, 2022 at 5 p.m. right here on my channel. Good luck. Tickets on sale now. PayPal only. Oh, he's like hustling tickets, trying to sell tickets and shit on his channel. Always playing like copyrighted music, probably. It says fish, P-H-I-S-H, Peepsy. Is he just like smoking? He's just fucking smoking, okay. Oh god. I can't show people smoking, I get in trouble. I got in trouble with that Cool Taste smoking video.
Yes, dude. Whatever. I make a sandwich. I don't care. Get a cup of coffee.
Oh. Now my video I'm trying to watch is
Pour
buffering.
yourself a drink because we got to talk some serious shit here. Hold on a second. NBA Finals. Now, Lee, let me just tell you right now, here's what's going to happen. I'll tell you, mark my words. And you guys can go to Vegas and put a little money down on this. Let me tell you what's going to happen, Lee. Miami's going to take game 1. Okay? Sorry to say that. I'm sorry. Sorry to say that, but Miami's going to take game 1. But here's the best part.
Damn, Vivian, that would be so cool to go into the catacombs. I'd love to just be able to, like, go exploring that shit.
You guys take game 2, and that's how you know you're going to win. Remember, I've always said this, my friend. Whoever wins on the road first.
What's he talking about? Sports? Who cares?
16th. May 16th, I made the predictions for the NBA Finals.
He has a picture of himself behind him, though. If you look closely there, there's a photo of himself behind him. Nice.
My words.
Yeah, the voice, right? He swallowed a frog.
I don't know. I don't know if you do or not. I don't know. Whatever. I don't know. I mean, I actually watch sports. I
actually watch sports.
Sports.
No, we don't watch sports.
Say hello to the Goodbye Helter Skelter podcast.
All right, so he's playing some other thing. I don't know if that's his thing or like he's just playing other people's shit. Like, I feel like he doesn't keep his live streams up because I feel like he was streaming just a day or so ago and they're not up on here. All right, let's see what this. Lake Folsom. Atwa. He's doing the whole Atwa
Everyone's
shit.
right down here. It is March 18th.
What's up, Mr. Sacco? What's up, Punish Burger?
Browns Ravine.
What's up, 7
Today
Gram?
I'm going to show you how much higher the water is, which is absolutely incredible. Because the last time we were here, this boat ramp was all the way down here, and you could literally walk out. Like, I'm not kidding. You could literally like walk out here. It was so low. But I'm going to show you today how full it is, okay? So check this out.
He's just going outside and showing the water, but he's naming it Atwa just to, like, make people think it has something to do with Charles Manson. So they'll watch his Charles Manson-themed channel. But so far, all he's talked about is sports and had some other guitarist on there.
That I was out here.
Hell yeah, Bo.
I mean, last time I remember we could walk all the way down here.
Cancer victim's robot voice, goddamn.
Walk across here.
He's got a bunch of like little things on his arm too.
The lake was so low.
Hell yeah,
And the docking ramp is all the way up here now. It was all the see the water level here. Let me get a tune. Yeah.
All right, water level. Seems like he doesn't. Seems like he just does a whatever. He's always just talking about whatever, it seems like. Even though he's a Charles Manson-Tuber shit. Slideshow. Okay, here we go. 3/5/2023. Slideshow history. Might have to run it down. So here's him. Here's his slideshow. Taking people around Spawn Ranch. Shit, I think, is that where we parked at that church right there? What's up, Sarah? What's up, Drums? What? I live in this cave. Permanent nitrous voice, hell yeah. I only wear Charles Manson shirts, guys. Dude's kind of short, ain't he? Maybe that's why he likes Manson. He was like, he's the most famous short guy. What's up, Dominic? Hell yeah, Drums. This is a really funny thing to upload to YouTube, just like the slideshow like this, right? I don't know. I don't think it's near the observatory, Chester. I went to the observatory too. It's a little bit out of town, but it's still very close. It's real fucking close, really, when it comes down to it. Right, Mikey C? It's so strange. This dude's like totally fanboying the fuck over like Charles Manson. Has an entire YouTube channel dedicated around it. And he's not the only one either. Buy these books. See, I think like he tries to get people who like are selling books to come on his show and stuff. That was Squeaky's book. So like, yeah, come on, let me do an interview with Squeaky. Maybe you can like get some like sell your books. Book sales going. Ram Ranch. Jorts on jorts. Hell yeah, Fosco. Oh, let's go play some music out there. Oh, look at them. They're jamming out at the Rock. Look at them jamming with a big cardboard cutout of Charles Manson. No way. Those dudes are jamming at the Rock. But while they're jamming, they have... Oh, look, do they have cardboard cutouts of other, like, people, too? Like, sitting under the Rock? Oh, my God. He's edgy, guys. Hell yeah, Mark. Yeah, Chester, the road is right up to it, pretty much. Pretty much now. There's a church that's, like, right, like, in the middle of it. You're the only fan. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Probably. I mean, you know, Manson was doing it with all sorts of, like, gross people all throughout the country, so Rex possibly could have his genetics somehow. What? Oh my God, look at that shit. Look at that shit. Oh, look at us. Wow. I'm so edgy. I made Charles Manson Jesus. Alright, let's look at another one of these people. I think this one's just trying to sell their book. H. Allegra? Allegra? Isn't that like some fucking like allergy medicine or some shit? We're the Manson family monsters. See, this is more just like reading the book that they wrote. But still, it's strange to just completely have a YouTube dedicated to it. I mean, I guess it's marketing, you know? Sharon Tate, a Sharon Tate playlist. Manson family history and culture. Manson strange. What's this shit? Hell yeah, that's what you need to do. Yeah, Zood Master. Sally's just a gross old hippie woman. Makes sense.
Hi guys, so I'm a bit addicted to the live comments on Ali's live stream. Often they serve as a fascinating supplement in sort of three-dimensional second text.
Wow, look at that dude's big old rabbit teeth that he's like sucking every time he talks. Is this like her manager, her publicist or some shit? And they're like, yeah, you're doing really well on the social media. You're interacting very good. You got a lot of good comments.
To the work of my favorite historian. On Saturday's live broadcast, the subject of Manson's lie about the body of the Black Panther dumped at UCLA.
Absolutely, Mr. Sacco. Makes fucking sense.
Writing about the FBI's propaganda, fear-mongering war against the Panthers and the multi-agency coordinated murder of Panther Fred Hampton. And I wanted
okay, cool. You didn't talk about some like deep shit? All right, cool.
To say yes, 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 because Charlie was taking advantage of a fear already not only rampant, but largely officially manufactured. And then there was a very smart comment by someone.
His mouth is huge. Absolutely, Mr. Sacco.
But it
Mojo Rising 69? What? No. What? Come on, man. You totally got trolled into saying that shit, man. Mojo Rising 69. Come on.
By someone with the name of Mojo Rising 69.
Mojo Rising 69. Oh my god, one more time. It's so stupid.
Very smart comment by someone with the name of Mojo Rising 69. But it was the name that grabbed me because I am permanently obsessed with the
69. The name is what grabbed me. I'm permanently obsessed with 69.
Sort of twinning of Morrison and Manson. And at that moment, when Jim Morrison cuts into L.A. Woman.
Oh, he can wreck a bag of carrots in record time. Absolutely, Mark. Without a doubt. What's up, Lavish?
His astonishing Rimbaud and Retchy-like poem to the City of Lights to do this almost primal Mr. Mojo Rise and using the anagram of his own name and claiming the mystical, witchy, dark Creole word mojo. It's a moment of claiming earthy, dark, phonic power so similar to what Charlie tried to do and largely failed, or rather...
What the hell is this guy talking about? Jim Morrison and Charles Manson? Mr. Mojo Rising 69? Oh my god, dude. You were trolled into saying 69. It's simple as that.
Failed to harness those powers for
Jim
good.
Manson.
So I started thinking about the strange but deeply relevant moments
Hell yeah,
that often
Mr. Flout.
get left out of everyone's narrative precisely because they're an odd fit.
Hell yeah, Sarah.
Or simply bizarre. And I decided this week
you could totally swipe a credit card between those front teeth.
But stop trying to make sense and just present a collection of strange yet evocative moments when culture and the Manson family interact. In 1967, Bernadine Dorn graduated with honors from the University of Chicago Law School. She was already active in the radical group, Students for Democratic Society, SDS, but soon after broke away to lead a splinter group of militarized extremists more interested in bombs than rhetoric called the Weather Underground. In December 1969, at a war council in Flint, Michigan, she spoke of the Manson murders, lauding the principle death to pigs. Bernadine's words to the hundreds of attendees were, dig it! First they killed those pigs and then they put a fork in that pig Tate's belly. Wild. Her words were greeted with applause, and she continued, offing those rich pigs with their own forks and knives and then eating a meal in the same room too. Far out. The weatherman dig Charles Manson. It's not what Bernadine said so much as the general applause with which it was greeted and the adoption of a fork salute among some of the weathermen.
They were probably trolling too, right?
The weathermen dig Charles Manson. The point is that in 1969, in a world some divided between pigs and radicals, that sentiment was shockingly common. Film historians cite Wes Craven's 1972 Manson-influenced horror film, The Last House on the Left, as a key work, having massive influence on most horror films that followed. The actress who plays Sadie in the film, Jeremy Raines, was fresh from an off-Broadway musical about the Manson family called 22 Years, referring to the time Manson allegedly spent in prison prior to the crimes. In my little hierarchy of strange, sitting in a New York City theater just months after the guilty verdicts came down, watching Jeremy and others sing about the family in the most sympathetic terms imaginable is a sort of high water mark of the bizarre. Manson's cultural influence dominated Last House on the Left, and in that sense leaves traces of its creepy crawl in literally
Oh my god, this guy has a lot to say, doesn't he? Just has a lot to say, goddamn.
Hundreds of Last House influenced films. It exists in myth and dreams as much as it does in facts. It is our forever.
Run that shit down. Get in trouble playing fucking The End.
Or Francis Ford Coppola's Apocalypse.
Oh my god. If he's only gonna play Jim Morrison shit, I'm gonna get like in trouble and have to change it now. Yeah, that's all he's gonna fucking do. Professor. Oh my god. Alright, let's see this. See what this one is from this fucking author. Looks at the Manson family.
I first learned about Charles Manson, his thrill kill cult, and the infamous Helter Skelter murders of the late 60s in 1986.
Jim Manson's gonna get me? Probably. He probably will get me.
That the scandalousness of the crimes and the lives of the family fascinated.
This lady's just like, I learned about it when I was in high school. Like, she has no connection to it. She didn't live through it or anything, and she's just gonna write a book about it.
Me, right away. But I quickly learned.
Hell yeah, Rom Zombie.
Best-selling true crime book about the family, written by prosecutor Vincent Bugliosi, that some of the allegations simply weren't true. Like the fact that Sharon Tate, the most famous victim of the family, did not have her baby cut out of her womb. Yet I didn't question everything I learned about the case. That came many years later. In 2016, I began research for what became my 2019 book about the Manson family. And then in 2021, I launched this YouTube channel in support of my book.
In support of my book. Told you, it's just like some like book shit. Just like trying to like sell your goddamn book when it comes down to it. And this one's kind of boring. Let's go to this guy. This guy like hangs out with Charles Manson, or used to before he died. You see his little profile picture? That's him actually hanging out with him. So, this guy's videos are real funny. And I can't find it now, but I'm pretty sure at one point this guy, the Stoner Van Houten guy, and the Michael Back Porch Tapes guy had a little bit of a feud back and forth on YouTube. I think they both deleted that shit now, but I'm pretty sure I saw like both of them calling each other out. Hell yeah, Creepy Crawly, that's what's up, Adam. Hell yeah, Rob Zombie. But, like, I like this guy's shit because he actually, like, read that one fucking book about the CIA and stuff and talks about it. But he goes off on his own, like, what's up, guys? I'm Charles Manson Jr. Not really, but I wish I was, though.
There isn't one single book that's been ever written about Charles Manson that doesn't follow the same old thing of Helter Skelter. They start from Helter Skelter, and then they build on Helter Skelter. What the Helter Skelter was? Helter Skelter was a complete conspiracy theory. Why do that? It makes no sense to do that at all. I wouldn't do that. I would start from the beginning and find out what happened.
Hell yeah,
Manson, what was he
Obadiah.
doing? How did all this stuff
Always fucking copywritten every single goddamn thing.
became this big old Helter Skelter thing? Because I don't believe it. I don't believe it one bit. I never will. And then we ask about, you know, we look at books and then I hear opinions of books. Here's my opinion of books. Books, all of them are conspiracy theories. Every single one of those Manson's conspiracy theory, because they all go off that stupid Helter Skelter theory, that motive. All of them, they build on that. They cut out what they don't like, they put in what they do. I don't like none of it. And people will talk about...
Vladdy, that's so funny. Yeah, I'm sure you have to know a bunch of bullshit about the 60s and stuff to understand Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Not only just Manson, but just like the entire like fucking film industry of the fucking 60s. The whole like spaghetti westerns and all that bullshit. It's definitely a movie made for a very specific audience.
That new book, Chaos. what I like about that book, people say, is I
Oh,
like
hell
when
yeah,
they talk
Obadiah.
about the first part. When they get to the CIA part, I don't really like that too much. Well, you know what?
Hell yeah,
I don't
Mr.
like the
Cloud.
bullshit
That's
in
what's
front
up.
of it. I
What's
like
up,
the
Swagger?
CIA part because I think that this dude's really the only dude that's on to anything here. And that's what this is about. This is about Manson going down to the border to get himself some psychedelic mushrooms.
All right, so this I haven't never really heard about this ever. So at one point before the whole going to look at that dude's tongue, I paused it on a really funny point with his tongue sticking out. But before he went to San Francisco and got all the hippies together and shit, and then went and spawned ranch, he went to Mexico at some point and got some magic mushrooms. And that was around the time when the fucking, MK Ultra going down to Mexico to discover the magic mushroom shit was going on.
Psychedelic mushrooms, beatniks. Beatniks like psychedelics. They like marijuana. They
Hell
like
yeah,
psychedelics.
Vladdy.
Manson always said he was a beatnik. What is a beatnik even?
No existe un momento del día en que pueda apartar de mí.
Just was released from McNeil Island, and I was in Mexico City prison before that, and I was in Turtle Island before that. So
Mexico City prison. Yeah, see, it doesn't really like say that much about it, or in any of the like fucking documentaries and stuff. They never really talk about him being in Mexico for a while. It's a really weird little aspect.
As much as you all make me out to be.
You said you also...
Swagger, it happens. What happens if you try to do psychedelics? It's just not for you anymore. Sometimes they just stop working.
Time in Mexico in the prison?
Yeah, I was in Mexico for.
In prison down there?
Mexico City prison, yeah, immigration prison.
What was that? Oh, what was that for?
I had been accused of killing some French people and a couple of dudes in Acapulco.
And how long were you in prison down there?
Oh, Swagger, I feel you there. What's up, Kenny?
I was there a couple different times.
A couple times?
In the United States, the FBI was the organization that spied on people. Because in 1947, Truman
Hell yeah,
says no, the
dude,
CIA
master.
can't spy on people. It was for international affairs. They spied on those people. Well, 1947 probably.
This guy seems like he would be like some sort of like hacker guy, conspiracy theorist, who would pop up on a TV in like a 90s movie or something. Like, hey, what's up, man? It's a proto-Matrix, pre-Matrix 90s movie where he pops up and he's like, hey, man, we're hacking into the like resources now, man. You better go for it. Geo, because it's proto-Matrix, so his name's Geo instead of Neo.
Because Truman didn't want them spying on him. Well, then it comes to the 1960s, and now they're spying on everybody. And that's where there's even that...
Yeah, Bear Man. That's just how it is sometimes.
His book name came from. It came from this operation that the CIA had going called Operation Chaos, where they were out
Hell yeah, Swagger.
basically spying on the peace movement.
Yeah, I'm sure he's best friends with Ozzy.
And all these...
Him and like Ozzy hang out. Talk about Charles Manson together. And Cobra.
Now, first off, where do the hippies come from? You know? That there is a huge whole conspiracy going on here that he didn't even get a tiny bit into in his book. So let's just move it on a little bit further and talk a little bit more about these things that baffle my mind about this.
Okay, also look, this dude still has a bunch of fucking bullshit behind him, a bunch of Charles Manson bullshit. Just like that other guy. They like have their Charles Manson displays they show off to each other.
This whole helter-skelter nonsense. That conspiracy
A Fozzie Cosboard. Fozzie Cosboard, hell yeah, Clyde Cash.
And sinker.
The fourth Lone
If you ever
Gunman.
watched Manson say anything, a lot of times he comes out and says, I wasn't a hippie, I was a beatnik. I wasn't a hippie, I was a beatnik. Nobody just pass it by because they don't even care. I care. What is a beatnik? You know? When I look it up, a beatnik to me and a hippie, what's the difference between the two? That's what I really want to know. What's the difference between the two? And when you look it up, you find that maybe the beatniks didn't like the government really at all. Even the acknowledgement of the government's existence was your cooperation in helping them entrench their power and their claws. It was the changing of the psychedelics that they were finding.
I like his like little like he was like, oh man, I I rambled too much on this one. Let me cut it out and let me do a fade between them.
Down in Mexico, and it said that it was now taken.
I like the funny newspaper that says, police beat up hippies during Yorkville sit-in. 3,000 beatniks riot in village. Holy shit, 3,000 beatniks?
For the kids' minds to the shit.
It's that stupid subculture, like I was talking about, how subculture's stupid. This stupid subculture made these beatniks want to, like, riot because they're like, we're beatniks. And it made the fucking hippies want to goddamn, like, kill Sharon Tate because they're like, wow, we're hippies.
That they created and they brought to San Francisco, and they unleashed the kids to take over their mind.
Yeah, he just got people high. But he also, like, you know, they definitely, like, he's definitely guilty of shooting Crow, that one guy, Bernard Crow. It didn't kill him, though, but he shot him in the chest. And he also took a sword and cut off Gary, I think the dude's named Gary, Gary's ear that Bobby killed afterwards. So he's definitely fucking guilty, man. He shoots people and cuts people's ears off with swords.
Because these things didn't happen very far apart. They were pretty close together. You know, from 1957 when this article came out.
Vladdy, that's exactly right. Absolutely. That is the worst part of psychedelics, having to buy them off guys like that.
Magazine that says kids are running down, which meant the beatniks at the time were running down to Mexico to these Indian villages looking for mushrooms to get high on the psychedelic visions and this sort of shit that's taken over their minds now. Sounds sort of like the same kind of crap that happens right up the road in 1960.
Hell yeah, 7 gram.
And Manson's involved in them both. And it seems like they
Gary
just let
Lynn, man.
go
Hell
down
yeah.
Mexico when you listen to the whole
What's up, Mr. Vibe Check?
But what really was a beatnik?
Shorty Shay? Fuck yeah, he probably killed Shorty Shay too, and that's not who I'm talking about. The drug dealer Gary, or I think that's what his name is, I can't remember. But he's the one that they cut the ear off with the sword, and then Bobby Mussolini killed. But Shorty Shay is who they're kind of basing the one guy off of the stuntman in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Because he had a little bit of bit roles in movies, and then they kind of like killed him because they found his body years and years later after he was trying to kick the fucking hippies off the ranch.
Pretty much hated the government, and then what was a beatnik?
Hell yeah, Frostbeth.
I'll put it to you this way.
It was kind of like a weird, like, apologetic movie for Roman Polanski. That's what I felt like when I was watching Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I was like, okay, this is weird, right? Because the girl's, like, young in it and shit, and she's like, oh, blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm a young girl, but I know what I'm doing. And then it was all like, oh, look, sorry that your wife got killed by hippies, Roman Polanski. But, you know, it's okay that you did it with a little girl. Like, I just kind of felt like it was a goddamn apology to Roman Polanski.
When I was a little kid in the streets,
What's up, Mad Hatter?
I was smoking grass.
What's up, Can of
And
Bud?
there wasn't but a few people smoking grass.
I don't know what they think they're doing. They're milking it. They're just milking it, trying to get goddamn money from YouTube views, or sell a book, or sell tours of fucking Spawn Ranch. And I don't know what these archive channels are doing. We haven't really looked at them yet. The Manson Archives. They're not monetized, obviously, because they don't have enough people. But I guess they're just a fan archiving shit. And what is this?
Oh, and this is going to be one final thing that I'm going to
Oh, that's probably what the guy looks like. Look, wow, I didn't believe we were going to see this guy. He's wearing a Manson shirt, though. Look at him. He's one of them, too.
It needs to be known that I'm the one that paid Judy.
Oh, absolutely, Mr. Sacco. Yeah, obviously.
Money. You didn't pay.
And, like, you know, sure, they had to, like, stretch the truth a little bit and, like, include, like, hallucinations and, like, bullshit talk to be able to convict him, because California laws are so, like, blah-de-blah that they had to make sure they convicted him, because obviously he was, like, the criminal influence who was, like, being like, yeah, fuck everybody, literally and figuratively.
Pay her back. I did. You had the PayPal account.
Yeah, Rob. Sure, yeah, Tex was definitely the man in charge for the murders. But the whole, like, let's go do these copycat killings to get Bobby out of jail scenario. I mean, fuck, Manson might have even said, like, hey, do this. We need this money real bad to pay off the straight Satans and all that bullshit.
Under your name.
What's up, Yagi?
Adjacent to my email address. And I've got the receipt where the money was taken off of my card. So Jenny could have her money back.
Yeah, absolutely, Adam.
In fact, you and Jamie still owe me, on top of what you already owe me, $50 from that Ossaw Pittsburgh Hospital investigation. You didn't pay shit, and neither did Jamie. Foxy paid $350.
Who did I say they kind of killed? If I'm just saying they kind of killed it, I'm just like being like, yeah, they killed it, but it took a long time for them to actually get convicted or anything, and no one actually ever really, truly knows what happens. So it's just, you know, up to debate.
200, that's 550, and Jenny and John gave 153.
153?
650.
650? Jenny and
got
John?
in for free.
What?
And in fact, Jamie had an agreement, even though
you got in for free.
She claims, and you claim that she brought up the title, but that was never brought up. In
yeah,
the,
dude, I do. I absolutely do remember that. Axl Rose wearing the Manson shirts.
Between me, Foxy, Jenny, and Emmy. You know, and you were on a 2-hour recorded phone call, by the way.
Yeah, Mr. Sago, he wasn't there when anybody was killed, but then, like, he might have been there during the Folgers shit, because allegedly he tied him up. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't, because, you know, that's, like, up for debate. People, like, said it one way or the other. But apparently he was there and got money, and then went straight to Venice afterwards to pay off the straight Satans.
You know how I know?
And he knew that they were going to kill him. Like, he got the money and then left, you know, all the other crazy fuckers there, went to Venice.
With the things you said? You said that I had an inverted cross somewhere behind one of these pictures.
Pictures? I got an inverted cross somewhere. What is this? This is a little bit of, like, some drama back and forth bullshit, right? We finally find some.
And that I do worship Satan, and I do satanic rituals.
Absolutely, Rob.
I did a satanic ritual in the basement of the Monroe house.
I did satanic rituals. This is pretty funny. But yeah, Frostmeth. Axl Rose does look like he ate him.
Which was a fucking lie. In fact, all people have to go back to and watch that live stream. You were the one talking about playing the satanic mass, and I even said that's not a good idea. So I'd like to know which picture it is that I have this inverted cross on that's behind. I'd like to know. Now,
this is pretty
let's get
funny.
into the hygiene.
Which one do I got? Wait, did he say let's get into the hygiene? Holy shit.
You didn't take a bath at all, or shower.
Yeah, exactly. Reasonable doubt, plausible deniability. That's why they had to build up the whole, like, helter-skelter conspiracy case to be able to convict him. Because he definitely knew everything that was fucking going on and shit.
Shower at all while you were here. And you were here almost 2 weeks. You only took, in the 2 weeks you were here, you only took one shower, and that was at Love's. Because the water had not heated up enough. So I took you up there so you could take one. And,
At Love's? The only shower you've taken was at Love's. Damn.
You claim that there's a camera in the bathroom that you was using. And that's why you didn't take a shower. So that pretty much confirms what I'm saying about the hygiene, but you're using that as an excuse to try to cover your tracks. You're being awful paranoid, thinking that I'm talking to people, but I haven't said shit to anyone. You're the one that's running your mouth. But now you've opened up a whole new can of worms, Mr. Paranormal Search.
Mr. Paranormal Search?
About everything that you owe me? I have your words saying that you're going to pay me back. I know we'll never see it, but you can make up all the lies you want about that. I have your words.
Hell yeah, Frank White. That's what's up. Thank you,
man.
You
lied to the person that you were talking to about.
Yeah, right. The Beatles, the White Album's the only album, like, later on that they weren't hanging out and getting, what's his name to produce? George Martin to produce. So if only they had got George Martin to produce it, then they wouldn't have gone crazy.
who Marcos was. You told him that he was from Iran, and you knew differently. You're the one that kept saying he was my cousin, even though you knew differently. And you told this person
cousin
that
from
I just
Iran
recently mentioned him to try to make you jealous. That's fucking bullshit, and you know it.
Oh, hell yeah,
You knew who
TT.
Marcos was all along. This whole thing about being in love with you,
He didn't deny peeping on him.
I've got messages that tell a different story. I even went to people and asked them how I should respond to certain things that you were saying to me.
Oh my God.
That Marcos didn't know about, that he knew days. In fact, they're gone now. And I'm glad they were up there because they were catching flies that were coming in where the door had to be open from all of the fucking hemp cigarettes you were smoking.
I had to keep the door open for all the hemp cigarettes you were smoking and let the bugs in.
And as far as that bathroom picture
Fucking happens. It happens.
I didn't notice it at the time, but the pillar was moved, and there's always a pillar in that bathroom that has a candle on it.
A pillar. Is he talking about something that you put your head on to sleep? A pillar? Or is he talking about some sort of little, like, column? A pillar. I don't know if he's talking about a pillar or a pillar. I can't tell.
Just in case electricity goes out. You staged that fucking picture and sent it to the person you sent it to, and it got back to me.
Hell yeah, Mr.
And
Sacco.
I know you staged it because you broke the incense holder, and I had to go.
Hell yeah,
back together.
Jason. You broke the incense holder, and I had to glue it back together. Where's this fucker from, I wonder? God damn, let me try to pin it. It could be like Alabama. Could be Alabama. It could be Tennessee.
You know, and actually, if you say this, that's cool. If you don't,
Yeah, hell yeah, Jason.
everything I said to you in the past was the truth. That
He's calling someone out, Cannabud. This is like what I wanted to see. I wanted to see the weird personal bullshit. The other dudes, like, have deleted their beef, but this guy still has some beef with Paranormal Search.
you're always going to be second best. I sat here one day, in fact, it was the last day he was here, and felt so bad for you. He had his laptop screen open, and I was talking to you, and he was completely ignoring you and was in a conversation with Jamie. He's been playing you both the whole fucking time, but he and Jamie actually deserve each other for the pathological liars that they are.
God damn, just airing out all sorts of bullshit, right? On your Charles Manson archive channel.
What I got fried chicken, mashed potatoes, macaroni and cheese on one plate for me, and the other plate was meatloaf.
Yeah, what'd you get, man?
Exactly what I got. I got fried chicken, mashed potatoes, macaroni and cheese on one plate for me, and the other plate was meatloaf. Sweet potatoes with marshmallows and
raisins
and macaroni and cheese. And I got a cinnamon roll. And
he knows his food. Holy fucking shit! He remembers exactly what he ate that day. Don't you fucking deny it. There's two things that this man enjoys in life. That's Charles Manson and food.
You got one. But what you did was...
Middle school Manson archives.
Salad plates up with meat. You had roast beef. And on top of the roast beef,
Hell yeah,
you had
Frank.
meatloaf. And on top of the meatloaf, you had the sausage with the onions and the green peppers. And then on the other plate, you had fried chicken and roast beef and barbecue and like that. You didn't get any vegetables. You left that shit sitting out, and it started to stink and sour. And you still ate it. You still ate soured food. You said that your mom throws too many leftovers out, that y'all needed to start
eating soured food. Oh my god, I don't know who the fuck this person's talking about, but this shit's funny.
Eating them. Not once did you ever thank me for everything that I did do for you. Not once.
Not once have you ever thanked me. You soured food, eating no vegetable, having no hygiene, paranormal investigator, you.
It needs to be known about your super chat.
So detailed.
That you said named Drew, and I know this is for a fact. And I can put the messages out there. In fact, I put all the messages out there if you want me to. If you want to keep playing these games.
Hell yeah, Frank White.
And we even checked your social blade and saw how many you went up in subs when you didn't for a couple of days. It just randomly happened. Yeah, and you complained about how you would post your checking and savings information because you were in the negative to prove you didn't do it. But we know you fucking were buying subs. So,
you were buying subs? Oh my god, you were buying subs. You even used to post your shit showing us that you weren't buying subs, but you were totally buying subs. We know that.
Super chatting to get subs.
Oh my god.
And the last thing was a voice recording. Claiming that I don't have anyone. That's a fucking lie, I know it. Since you've been gone, that's a lie, and you know it. I have plenty of people. And in fact, you didn't do fucking shit when you were here.
I guess this guy's ex-boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever he's talking about, who like came and visited him, some other paranormal YouTuber or some shit who like had a visit with the Charles Manson YouTuber.
Nothing. I cooked. I cleaned.
Hell yeah,
I washed
Tokyo.
dishes. I did 2 loads of your laundry. Even though you didn't shower. Went to the store by myself. Brought all the groceries in by myself. The camera will hear me say I'm not feeling good, and yet I'm still doing these things while you're sitting on your flat ass in the fucking recliner. And you know, I've not been talking to people, but now I'm fixing to start presenting the proof.
Because
you're royally fucked up.
God damn, don't you love modern times when you just like make a rant and put it on your fucking YouTube video when you're mad about somebody? You don't actually confront them, you don't actually call them up and like tell them what the problem that you have with them is. Instead, you just passively aggressively make a fucking video and put it on your YouTube declaring how much you have a problem with the person. Wait for some sort of like cowardly response where you're gonna be able to like block them afterwards or some shit. What a fucking world.
And people have been leaving you because of your actions. You
oh, hell yeah, Aaron. For sure. I love some Cobra shit.
Some loving guy.
What's up, Farrell?
But you have a reputation and a history of nothing but drama and keeping shit stirred up. So...
yeah, he knows because he was watching through the peephole.
You started something you wish you didn't.
You started something you wished you did. I'm a goddamn Charles Manson YouTuber. What do you do with your fucking life, bitch? Oh my god. And then this one's almost identical to that one, but it's got different content on it. That was funny. I'm glad that we found that like hitting amongst them. Just some weird ass drama bullshit, personal bullshit that never should have been on anything. Never should have been uploaded. I feel like most of all this footage is just taken from that original fucking 1973 video that we were watching. It's just been like broken down into shit. What's up, Ultra Xavier? I have no clue who the dude is, really, when it comes down to it. That guy's got himself a cool coonskin cap. He's some straight-up Davy Crockett motherfucker with a vest, high as shit. Look at him, he's fucking high as shit. God damn, look at that. God, I can't get it to pause on it. By the time I get over to it, it's like over. There he is. Look at that motherfucker's high as shit. Eyes rolling back in the head. Like, what's up, guys? Dead ass animal on his head. Oh, hell yeah, Mr. Sacco. Yeah, Frank. And that guy, yeah, it's just some guy who's obsessed with Charles Manson, Ultra Xavier. And there are some other guys who do it too. But I think they deleted most all of their call-out videos. Let me like just go down and see if I see anything. I'm pretty sure they're all gone because I did look originally. Straight Satan wannabe is a fake. JD is a fake biker. Oh, look at this. Wait, hang on. He's still calling people out. Alright, dude's still calling people out. Alright. Here is JD, a fake biker with a fake vest. He's got his own theme song. Here is a real vest for a real biker. Alright, cool. It doesn't say anything else in it, but yeah, dude's still calling out other people. It's so funny, they're hipsters. They're like calling out each other like, no, I know more about Manson than you do. Oh, you got a fake biker vest. I got a real one. Shit like that. Oh my god. Fake biker call out. Absolutely, Jason. So funny. Yeah, so yeah, he does still call out people every once in a while. What a strange thing to do. I guess he thinks he gets to claim Charles Manson. He's the only one who gets to grift him. Grift people and, like, take people on tours and to see fucking shit and stuff. This other guy, too, where is it at? This other guy, too, I think might take people out there. He at least is out there on some of his fucking videos. If we can, like, find one real quick somewhere. Spawn Ranch Cave. Who thinks they're Manson? I had a tour of Spawn Ranch showing a lady around. Yeah, see? Okay, so this guy also takes people on tours of Spawn Ranch. So I do feel like there's some rivalry betwixt the two.
The murder and things as
stolen biker valor. Absolutely, Tokyo.
And the people of the so-called
hell yeah, Farrell, that's what's up.
Manson's friends, they romanticize it too because it's all nice right now.
Oh my god, did this motherfucker literally just say Manson's friends and they romanticize it too while he's laying in a goddamn Manson family cave.
This is beautiful. You can imagine Charlie doing the same thing.
He's fucking romanticizing it. Holy shit.
Not really. I have a clean house.
Hell yeah, TT, that's what's up.
I could take a shower. Them people.
You got a Manson style vest, like, well, all the human hair on it and shit? Because they totally made that weird ass vest with all the hair on it that all the girls, like, sewed up and shit.
They were filthy. They didn't have any place. They make it sound like, oh, it was just beautiful sex all the time. Can you imagine having sex with a girl and then tomorrow she's having sex with another dude? She really hasn't had a bath in that period of time. Or she hasn't had any food in that period of time. Or some of them bikers that they were with might have given them some diseases in that amount of time. But people make it sound like, oh, it was some big happy freaking party over here. It's all wrong too.
God damn. That's pretty funny. God. Absolutely. Just a bunch of sickos. Damn. Anyways. Thanks for watching this shit, guys. I appreciate you all. Yeah. I'm gonna end it on that one. End it with that guy talking about that. But thanks, everybody. Thank you. Yeah, right? It's so gross, Chard. But thanks, everybody. Thank you, Lewis, Chard, Tokyo, Chester, Yagi, Nick P, Mr. Sacco, TT, Neighborhood Dennis, Farrell, Ultra Xavier, Jason, Frank White, 7 Graham, Charles Smith, Cannabud, Rob Zombie, Kenny Smith, Zood Master Lightgrove, Mad Hatter, Bosco, Clyde Cash, Swagger, Mr. Flaunch, Vladdy Daddy, Sarah C, Mikey C, Punish Burger, Obadiah Smith, Peepsies, Otanky, Casburgers, Dinosaur. And then after this gets loaded up, it's always being slow on me. Hell yeah, thank you everybody. Buttworm, oh hell yeah, Buttworm, that's funny. And a special thanks to Razor for subscribing to the channel, Nikki P for subscribing to the channel. That's what's up, everybody. And if you're going to milk something, don't be super cringy like these Manson YouTubers who are just like milking the shit out of it, even though I feel like it's a little too old to like keep milking it like they do. That's like all their content ever is. They gotta spice it up a little bit. I'll see you guys later.